Doing long division, and this is how you do long division. This is part of 130 homework, 130's work. So first of all, you want to examine the problem to make sure that it has each no missing exponents, because you may encounter problems that may have missing exponents. For example, if this was a 5 and this was a 2 and this was a 1, you would have to add a 4 into the problem and also a 3. But in this case, we're good on exponents. We don't have to add anything, and we can just go ahead and divide. So the question is 4x third plus 4x squared minus 6x minus 16. 16, I meant to say. You want to divide that by 2x minus 4. Okay, so you just go ahead and get into your division. I'm just going to expose the whole problem. Or should I? Nah, let's take it step by step. So first of all, you want to take that 4x squared. So the steps for long division is divide, subtract, multiply, bring down. I think that's the correct acronyms. I hope so. Oh my God, I'm recording. Divide, subtract, multiply, and bring down. So the first thing we're going to do now is divide. We divide the 4x by the 2x. So that's going to give us 2x squared. And then we see, I know it was wrong. Divide, multiply, subtract, and then bring down. Ignore that. So you take the 4x divided by 2x, which is going to give us 2x squared. And then 2x squared times 2x is going to give us 4x to the third. So you should always end up with the same number that's in front right here, always. Because the point is to cancel out one problem, and then move on to the next. So if it doesn't cancel, you know something's wrong. You didn't do your the few steps wrong, right? So the next step is you're going to take that negative 4 and multiply it by the answer that you get from the first part of the problem. And then you have a negative 4 times 2x squared. That gives you a negative x to the x squared. And then so you change your signs. So it becomes a negative 4x to the third. And this becomes a positive 8x to the x squared. And that way, these 4 x's, they cancel, because the whole problem is based on moving on to the last, just basically moving on to the last problem or number in your equation. So now, once we do that, we end up with 12x squared minus 16x. That's the last step, is to bring down. That's what the B stands for, right? And so we end up with 12x squared minus 16x. And so we're going to take this number right here, not this number, this one, not this one. You're going to take the 12x and we divide it by 2x, which gives us plus 6x, and 6x times 2x is what? 12x squared. Remember, they have to be the same number that you get that you're multiplying and dividing by. So you end up with 12x squared, and we take that that new number that we put up there, the 6x, and we multiply that by the negative 4, which we end up with wait, what am I doing? That's why I should have done this problem live. I'll probably just do it over. I guess not. So bring down to 16. You multiply that 6x times the negative 4, we end up with negative 24. And then we change our signs. Remember, the negative, the positive 12x becomes a negative, and it cancels. And then we are left with the positive 24 once we change the signs. And I'm always going to write the signs under. Whatever I'm changing the sign to, I'm going to write it under. And that way you know it's what you need to perform. And then after that, we're left with an 8x minus 16. We end up with 8x, and then we bring down that 16 there. And then so now we do the 8x divided by 2x, which is 4. You write the 4 here, and 4 times 2x is going to give us 8x. And then we take the 4 and we multiply that by the negative 4, which is going to end up with negative 16. And voila, we have a remainder of 0. And so MATLAB requires you to write the 0, which is not necessary under the radicate. They call it under this number here, the dividend. And then, so that's 2x minus 4. But if you have a remainder, you would just basically add it, put an addition sign, and you would put a 0 over your dividend, 2x minus 4. And that's how you do long division.